So I know most of us probably don't keep up with the Detroit Pistons. There's not much to keep up with all due respect. You know, they're in that rebuilding phase. So unless you're a Pistons fan, a lot of people don't care to tune in. But the way Cade's been hooping recently, it might be time to turn on more Pistons games and really watch. You see, at the time of this recording, Cade has dropped at least 20 or more points in 6 straight games. And if he keeps playing around this level, which seems pretty sustainable for him, he might steal the Rookie of the Year. And that may sound weird because he was the #1 pick. How does literally the top pick steal an award they're technically supposed to have the best odds at getting? Well, that's easy to answer. Scottie Barnes or Evan Mobley have easily been the most impressive rookies this year. And the way Cade was playing in his first month legitimately had people wondering if the Pistons made the wrong choice. It's crazy. So yeah, for Cade to turn the narrative around like this, he deserves some credit. So yeah, in today's video, we're gonna give him that credit and look at how Cade just might win Rookie of the Year. But really quick before I move on, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks back with a vid. If you're new, first of all, welcome, go ahead and sub. Also like the vid if you enjoy. I upload 2 to 3 times a week and we're grinding for 5K, so I most definitely appreciate it. But back to the vid though. Now, like I sort of said in the intro, the reason any of this is worth talking about as far as Cade playing like the Rookie of the Year is because of how much he struggled early on and because of how badly he was counted out before he could even really get his feet wet. In his first month as a pro, he played 15 games and averaged about 15 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists, to go with 4 turnovers on 37% shooting from the field and 29% shooting from 3. Nothing special at all, and definitely not what people expected from the first pick. However, this was the first month of the season. I know it's kinda unfair to look back at this and judge all his critics in hindsight after we've seen Cade grow a lot since then, but it just never made sense to me as to why the media and some fans jump to conclusions without a decent sample size. Y'all probably already know this, but LaMelo literally dropped 0 points in his first NBA game, his NBA debut, and he went scoreless, no buckets. Mind you, the Hornets head coach James Borrego is so old school that LaMelo didn't even become a starter till like 2 to 3 months into his rookie year. And yet, he's the one that wound up holding that Rookie of the Year trophy for his draft class by the end of the season. So yeah, long story short, Cade's early struggles should have never been blown out of proportion the way they were. And I mean, even now, he's just a little over halfway through his rookie year. And all it took was that first month to catch up to NBA speed. In a decent sample size of 9 games after All-Star break, Cade's averaged 22 points, 7 rebounds, and just under 6 assists on 43% shooting from the field and 30% shooting from 3. These are quality numbers, and believe me, I don't like to overly examine stats or just hype stats up. But you can tell he's an all-around player with how easily he gets his numbers. It's like the rebound and assist just come to him with how aggressive he is and how much he facilitates the ball. And please, don't get me saying he's an all-around player confused with me acting as if he's not also a really solid scorer. He'll probably be an elite scorer sooner rather than later. This video ain't even about Braun, but just for an example, y'all notice he's constantly getting put in a box where people like to say he's an athletic beast, oh his IQ is crazy, he's an amazing passer, all these great compliments, and all of them are true, but it's as if we don't appreciate his scoring because of how wide his skill set really is. That man has dropped 250 pieces in the month of March at the age of 37. He's an elite scorer that happens to have a very versatile game. And I'm not comparing the two, but that's the way I feel Cade will be looked at as his career goes on. Just last month, he set a career high of 34 points in a game where he hit 6 threes. And I won't be surprised if he sets another career high before his rookie year ends. He's a threat from the 3, the midi, and off drives to the basket. Matter of fact, one of the most satisfying parts of his game for me is simply how much he uses his build to his advantage. He's a 6'8" guard and he's not skinny. So when he attacks the basket, more times than not, the defense is going to feel him. Now, he's only a rookie and they don't really get whistles like that. so it's no surprise he only averages like 2 free throw attempts per game. But as he progresses in his career, his aggressiveness will be rewarded much more than those 6'8" players that rely on their jump shot. You know, someone like Porzingis, and he's taller than 6'8". These are the small things that separate players in a league so talented. Cade even had DeMar DeRozan vouching for him when he dropped 22 versus the Bulls like a game or two ago. Someone who is arguably the MVP of the league this season said this about him.
Dwayne Casey said he's seen some of your game and Cade Cunningham. What did you think of his game tonight?
I love him. I love him. I love it. I love his game. I'm definitely a fan. I told him after the game, I'm a big fan. I want to see him have an extremely successful career. He could be very, very special. You know, his patience, his poise, his size, his strength, everything he got the whole foundation to be a great player. You know, I'm rooting for him. You know, and it's fun to see him develop, you know, throughout the year.
You can't beat that. If I'm Cade Cunningham and I hear that, it's over. I mean, a top MVP candidate just said he loves my game. What else is there to say? But anyway, besides his game, I want to get into how Cade carries himself. And I'll make this relevant, so don't get confused. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of a Jalen Green fan than a Cade fan. Like, when I seen Jalen Green doing all that chirping about how he should have been the #1 pick, I agreed, and I wanted Jalen Green to embarrass Cade every time they matched up. However, if I'm being honest and as unbiased as I can possibly be, Cade's been lil broing Jalen all season long. Like, you know, sometimes people say that line or stuff like, oh, I'm gonna be the bigger man because I could go ahead and say this or do this, but nah, I'm gonna be the bigger man and leave it alone. But see, that literally defeats the purpose. To me, being the bigger man means not even addressing it. Like, you acknowledge it, of course, if you're asked about it, but you don't really say much besides that. And that's exactly what Cade's been doing all season. He hasn't said much. He wasn't saying anything when the Rockets literally went on a win streak as soon as Jalen Green was sidelined with injury. I mean, he hasn't said anything but that he's trying to focus on his team and handle his business. And I believe that shows a lot. You know, all corny stuff aside, those are qualities of a leader. I said it before, but you know, the Pistons are rebuilding and Cade is looking like that core player to build around. But anyway, I'm not gonna drag this video out too long. I just wanted to get on here and credit Cade's performance as of recently. You know, Scottie Barnes is still hooping as well, and Evan Mobley is still that guy. So this Rookie of the Year race should be interesting. But I'm just saying, Cade could really win it if they slow down and he keeps this up. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So yeah, but that's it for the video. I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like and comment. Drop y'all thoughts on Cade and the Pistons. And I'm out.